What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Pleeka. I'm Jerome.
And I'm Nick.
Today we're talking about Better Call Saul, Season 4, Episode 8. We finally get to see what Nacho's been up to. I think it's been like 3 episodes, and he's been gone.
Yeah, this was a really good episode. And he was in it, like in the beginning and at the end.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole time he wasn't in it, I was like, where's Nacho? Like,
Oh, really?
yeah,
See, there was other stuff going on, so I didn't even cross my mind.
And it's not like I didn't like the other stuff going on. I enjoyed everything about the whole episode, but it just made me realize how much I really do like Nacho.
But it was cool. It opens up with him and Crazy 8.
Yeah.
Which makes... I'm still wondering when Crazy 8's going to become an informant. Like, when's he going to go start hanging out with Hank?
Yeah. I was... Well, because you would text me that... Because you watched it before me, that I was going to like the end, and I was like, oh my God, is this going to be like Hank at the end? Because it's Crazy 8. And it's weird because Crazy 8 was in Nacho's role, and Nacho was in Hector's role.
Yeah, it was cool. We got to see that since what's his name? I completely
Hector?
Yeah, Hector has been in the hospital. Like Nacho's been kind of in charge.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously he's got like the nice house now and the nice car.
Yeah, that threw me off at first.
When he goes home, it totally reminded me of Jesse.
Oh yeah, totally.
Like when Jesse just goes home and like he has these girls at his house just to have someone there, and like he gives him like drugs or whatever, and then goes to his room.
Just leaves him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you want us to make you dinner? And he just like throws him crack or whatever it is and goes to his room.
He goes in there and looks at those ID cards for his dad, and it was just like.
So do you think him and his dad are planning on? Because they say they're Canadian on there.
Yeah.
Do you think they're planning on escaping to Canada eventually?
I think Nacho is. I bet he has to talk his dad into it.
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be interesting. That'll be an interesting way of why he's not in Breaking Bad if he like escaped to Canada.
Yeah. I mean, the ID said Manitoba, so.
Yeah, that. I didn't actually even catch that.
I was watching. I was like, wait, is that Canada? And then I paused it because it was like. Well, at first I just thought it was like a Mexican ID, but then I was like, wait a second, it's not in Spanish. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it totally reminded me of Jesse. And we already said, like, in the beginning,
he's a good comparison to Jesse.
And it was just like, oh, yeah, here it is. He doesn't want to be in this. He doesn't. And he's at the top. Well,
and it reminded me a lot, because, like, Jesse, like, season 4 of Breaking Bad, I think it's season 4, he starts getting, like, depressed because, like, kid dies and all that. And he's making a lot of money. He's kind of on top, making decisions and stuff. So it just totally reminded me of it.
And it's like, where obviously Nacho's in a good situation, like kind of. He still has Gus to,
Gus is still in charge.
Yeah, but he's like doing what he needs to do to stay there.
Yeah,
and he's just not happy.
Yeah, and now that Lalo's there,
that guy,
we know some trouble's gonna be afoot.
So what's funny is. Who is he in it for like a minute? And you can already tell that guy's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
He's like making him food and he's like...
He's singing and all that. And he's like, oh, it's like you don't even know I'm here.
Yeah. Which already you got music up, you're dancing and making breakfast and you're making... Like everyone's like
I don't know why. I really liked it when he's like talking. Like the look on his face when he's like, oh, I got a good thing for numbers.
I got a good head for numbers.
And like he just like looks like... So like he's like, yeah, whatever. Like...
Yeah.
It seems like you piss him off. Like, that'd be the worst thing in the world you can do.
Well, it's not like the Salamancas don't have tempers.
Yeah.
So, like, I mean, look at Tuco. You know what I mean? He's like off the rail. I don't know. Like, when he gave him whatever it was, like tacos or whatever, and he's like, oh, he says something to die for, they'll kill you.
He said, if you eat these, you will die.
Yeah.
That's just all the subtitle says is you will die.
Yeah. And it's just like, and then not just like, no, thank you.
Yeah. It's very interesting. Like, the only thing we know about this guy is that Saul gets kidnapped, brought out to the desert, and this is the first guy that comes to mind.
Yeah.
That would do it.
Shut up! I just speak English. Lalo didn't send you? No, Lalo?
Who? Which makes me very interested in what's going to happen with Saul.
Oh, absolutely.
And then apparently he's going to be working with Nacho, too, because of that. Because he says it wasn't me, it was Ignacio.
So
he's like, which one of you guys went to Canada?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, literally you see him and you're like, okay, so does Saul and Nacho get together to fuck this guy over or to do something to this guy?
Yeah, it has to be. And it has to be next season because that's not going to happen in the next 2 episodes.
No.
Which,
No,
therefore, I think proves even more like we've been thinking that next season might be the last.
I think so too.
Which would be very, very interesting how it all ends.
Yeah.
So let's get into Mike a little bit. Did you think, because he brought those little boys, I guess I shouldn't call them little boys, he brought those guys out to the strip club and the bar.
Mm-hmm.
Did you think when that guy fucked up and was like writing on the napkin or the coaster or whatever his plans, and then Mike showed up later, did you think Mike was going to end up having to kill the guy?
I never really thought. I thought Mike was gonna let him go because he likes him.
I thought he was going to be upset that he had to kill him because he liked him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And
then even at the end when he's talking to Gus, and Gus is like, yeah, he said that. What do you say?
Yeah, I know.
I feel like it might come to where, like, he's like, oh, I got to kill this guy to teach this guy something, like, because, like, every episode it seems like one of those dudes fuck up something.
Well, it's that same guy's fucked up like 3 times now.
Yeah.
So, like...
And I'm just waiting for him to be like, all right, well, that's enough. He's dead.
And I totally thought, okay, this is it. He's going to fuck up the strip club, and then Mike's going to fucking do something to him or send him back or whatever. And then he goes back in the bar, and that guy's, like, trying. I'm like, what are you doing, you moron?
Yeah.
And then I was thinking to myself, well, what's the big deal? Like, who are these guys going to tell? And then when Mike's like, oh, well, so you're just a German guy in a frickin' in Albuquerque digging hole. And I was like, oh, that is weird. Like,
Yeah.
You might tell somebody, and then you just happen to tell the wrong person.
Yeah,
You know?
it could all go downhill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially is how careful they're being. And he brought up, is like a good point. He's like,
how
he's
careful are we being? How much money are you making?
yeah.
What am I saying? He's like, I get it.
Yeah,
No, I
he's
get
like,
it.
yeah. I also liked the guy, like, it'll never happen again, Mike. And he's like, okay. And then he takes the coaster from him.
Yeah, he's like, no, I need the evidence still.
Yeah.
Kim was very, very interesting this episode.
Yeah, that completely threw me off.
She's the one character on the show that, like, there's a lot of characters that can talk without saying anything on the show.
Mm-hmm.
And every time I look at her, I have no idea what's going on.
What she's thinking?
Yeah, no idea.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you. Like, so, I got it. Like, I don't even know if I really thought their plan of, like, all the letters was that good of an idea. Like, it was.
I thought it was. Yeah, I thought it was a cool idea.
It was interesting. No, I mean, no, it was cool. But I'm not, like, in real life, like, what do they, I mean, I don't know. I guess they were trying to avoid that, like, situation.
I think the only reason that made it good, which we didn't mention, that was a really cool opening. Him, like, doing that, getting all the people on the bus, recruiting all them. He's like, oh, we told you no swearing. Gonna have to skip this one. That was pretty
he's,
cool.
like, paying them and stuff.
Well,
I was wondering how they're going to make that work, and then he used all those burner phones, which was cool. It's cool how they tied it all together.
But what I was thinking is, how I think the only reason I think it worked is because of the church part. They're like, oh, a whole congregation's gonna come down there. Yeah. I think that's the only reason that they're kind of like, fuck, like people were actually gonna show up and protest.
Well, yes,
and that's what scares them.
Well, it's funny because when they were saying about the fire and him saving him and how's the church, he's like, the church is good. And I was like, wouldn't there be like documentation of the church?
By the way, that website is real.
Is it really? Did you go on it?
You can go on. I saw it on Twitter, so I clicked the link, and it's a legit website. You see him like painting and all that stuff, him like singing in choir and all. It's pretty cool.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Obviously, you can't donate, but it's pretty cool. They really made this.
Did you try to donate?
No, I don't even think the button's clickable.
That's funny. I mean, it was interesting. I just don't know if I was believing it the whole time. If that makes sense. Like I knew it was gonna work. Well, I figured it was gonna work, and I got it, but like. I don't know. It was just. You
didn't think that it would really have an effect?
Yeah, I was thinking, well, they're still gonna have to, but then they didn't.
I was thinking like it's causing so much trouble for them that they might.
And I guess
change.
Like the judge, like he freaking out.
He was annoyed. Yeah. I think that for how much it was, and the fact that people might actually protest, those are the reasons that it actually worked.
And then at the end.
Yeah, where the whole time Kim doesn't look like she's enjoying it.
No, and then she wants to do it again.
Let's do it again. She's like, I want to be Mrs. Saul.
Mrs. Saul. And then I thought, it's like so. Like the whole time you're thinking they're separating, they're fading away, they're gonna like.
And then all of a sudden she makes out with them in the stairwell, goes home and they bang, and the next day she's like,
let's do this.
Let's
again.
go fuck over Walt and Jesse or something.
And then I'm like, so is she the reason he turns into Saul because she leads him down a path that he doesn't go? Like,
it'd be interesting if now she's doing it and he doesn't like it. And then eventually something happens where, like, she gets disbarred or whatever, or disbarred, and then she, like, she becomes terrible and just can't be a lawyer anymore and just completely messed up. And then he's, like, a successful TV, like, criminal lawyer.
Yeah.
That'd be really weird and crazy. And, like, I feel like that's where it's heading, but I don't know at this point because I don't know what's going on with her.
Could you imagine if she, like, goes off the deep end? I don't
There,
think I could
there
handle
is a theory on Reddit, and it's one of the funniest ones I've read, is that she becomes, I forgot her name. That crack whore on
Wendy?
She becomes Wendy on Breaking Bad.
That's so stupid.
But I read that, and there's, like, legit some people that are like, no, it makes sense. She has the same blonde hair.
Oh, my God.
Can you imagine if that was the case?
What if they refilm that and she, like, pulls up to the truck with Hank and Walt Jr.?
They show her, like, in the DEA. Where's my root beer?
Oh, my God. Yeah, I don't see that happening. Like, I can't even comprehend her, like, doing more bad things like this because it's been so against her. And then, like, but it was just, it threw me off completely.
Me too. I didn't expect that at all.
Which is cool.
I expected her, from the look on her face and him talking to her, I expected to be like, no, I'm just done.
How cool was it when Nacho ripped the fucking earring out of that guy's ear?
He like tapped into his Far Cry acting for a minute.
No.
I like to. He's talking to Crazy 8, and he's like, yeah, that's just what you gotta do. And then he's like, yeah, why didn't you do that?
It was so funny.
And he's kind of like, well, maybe because I'm working with Hank. I don't know.
Crazy 8 is such a poser.
Yeah.
Like, it's funny because if you go back to Breaking Bad, he's got the fucking...
He got the dog, is training him, just like, get him to get the wiener.
Yeah, and then, like, he's like, he goes out to the desert, he's gonna rob, I almost said Hank, Walt and Jesse, and then he gets in all that trouble, and then if you remember, he talks about his dad owning a furniture company, and he just gets away and whatever, but then when he remember was it last season or season before, Nacho has to beat him up because he doesn't have enough money.
Same thing, yeah.
But now Nacho needs somebody, so he has him there, and he's like, yeah, it's just what you got to do. But, like, even when he says it, he doesn't sound like he means it. You know what I mean? Like,
I wonder, too, if we're going to meet his cousin anytime soon.
Yeah, I've thought that, too.
I forget his name, but because he's partners with Jesse, so that's, like, his cousin would be the easy way to get Jesse in it next season.
Yeah, and
then he's the easy way to get Hank in it that season as well.
Or Gomez.
Yeah. Like,
I always think, too, that, like, well, every time I see someone like that, I think, oh, well, that's going to link to someone else. It's kind of, like the 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon or whatever. But
6 degrees of Crazy 8.
Yeah. The first time I watched Breaking Bad, I was confused. I thought it was his cousin that was the informant and not Crazy 8.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's so, like, I just had it wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it'd be interesting to see his cousin totally.
Yeah, because like you could even do, even if you didn't want to put Jesse in there because you'd have to de-age him or whatever, you wouldn't have to because we would just
because he was Jesse's partner.
Yeah, you could even just have them be in the car like you said last week, have it say like Captain Cook, and we'd be like, oh, I know what that is.
Yeah, he would be like, this is my cousin.
Man,
my partner's in the car.
Yeah, this fucking guy puts chili powder and everything or whatever,
Yeah,
so
it's a little early for that, unfortunately. Although it's closer because they skipped ahead.
Yeah,
that's the thing. When Nacho goes into his house, I'm like, where the fuck is he at? And I'm like, oh, yeah, we're ahead now.
Yeah.
Took me a second.
But I think that's everything. I really enjoyed this week's episode.
I kind of forgot about the Mike stuff.
Yeah. I can't believe there's only 2 episodes left. This season flew by.
Yeah.
This has been a really good season.
Yeah. Yeah.
One of my favorites for sure. But that's it for this episode of us talking about Better Call Saul. Comment down below what you think about this week's episode, maybe some theories you have.
Especially what's going to happen to Kim.
Yeah, because I'm real interested in reading those. Not that she's going to become Wendy either, because we already said that. But yeah, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next week for more Better Call Saul.
Lalo didn't send you? No, Lalo?
Who?